my creatives, and welcome to another video. So today I'm here to share the hashtag Take5Art collab video. Yay! So this is the video for September 2020. I can't believe it's already September. But at first I'm going to share the prompts with you, and they were chosen by the lovely Roxanne, and I absolutely love these prompts. They are so creative. So we have to use paint of any type, cut out words, let nature inspire you, recycle, and portrait or self-portrait. So these prompts are very exciting, and I jumped right in with my recycled item. So I have these puzzle booklets, and I do these puzzles to calm my brain down. As most of you probably know, I have ADHD, so sometimes it is nice to make some puzzles to keep my brain busy for a little bit so I can focus better after that. I can't really explain how this helps me. It just helps me. So I really enjoyed making these puzzles. But I finished this booklet, and I was going to throw it in the trash. But then I saw the prompt Roxanne chose, and I thought it would be fun to recycle some of these pages into my art journal. And I actually really liked the background texture that it gave, because I love the letters. At first I really like how it looks, and I think it is a fun personal thing because it's my own handwriting in my collage background. And also with the meaning of this page, where I will talk about that more later on, I thought it was fun to add puzzles, because I am figuring out things in my personal life, and it feels like a very big puzzle that I have to solve. So it was fun to add these as my background pages. So what I'm doing right now is cutting off the excess paper on the sides, because I didn't glue them on straight. Yeah, it just happened. I was trying to glue them on straight, but it didn't really happen. This is also a very big altered book. So I try to keep my head out of frame while I do things, but you will see later on that I don't achieve that all the time when filming this. So after that, I decided to add a layer of gesso, but this is very watered down gesso. And I dip my brush into my water bucket to make sure that it is very wet, so I can spread the gesso and it will be more of a wash, and you can still see the background underneath. Now on to my second prompt, which is any paint, or paint any kind, and I figured I wanted to use my distress paints again. This is one of my all-time favorite products. It is also one of the products I bought at first when I started art journaling. I have loads and loads of colors. I absolutely love these paints. So I thought this was the perfect prompt to use my distress paints again. And I'm going to create a background with a vintage photo, peeled paint, and forest moss. And I'm just going to spread that on my page with a baby wipe. So some of my daubers are a bit dried. I have new daubers, but I refuse to replace some because some colors I don't use that often. So I have this fear that I will run out of daubers and I want to use a certain color a lot. So it's a bit redundant why I have extra daubers, but still I have them, so I can replace them. So yeah, if you are wondering what I'm using today, there is a list of supplies in the description box, and if I can find it online, there are also links. Just remember that some of them are affiliate links, and if I can't find it online, there's no link, but all the names and everything is down below in the description box. So now on to my third prompt, which is portrait or self-portrait. So as I am doing not so great, I feel very exhausted a lot of times, so I didn't want to draw anything. And I thought I could turn this face stencil into my self-portrait. So this is my self-portrait, but it's not me. And I used the Hickory Smoke Distress Paint to stencil her. And now I'm using my Uniposca paint markers to draw in the eyes. And I'm really happy that I did so, because they really pop off the page. And I really love the Posca paint markers. They are such a great tool and they work fantastically. They're very opaque, so I'm very, very happy with those. Now, next on, I am going to stencil these bricks, and I'm going to stencil them quite randomly, but not as much randomly. So I really wanted to cover her up a little bit with what I am going to do right now. So I use these bricks. And these bricks are also part of my Let Nature Inspire You. And you will see later on how I do that completely. But in nature you have these plants that grow onto walls or houses or fences, and that is the look that I was going for. So that is what I used from nature to let me be inspired. And that is also why I choose these bricks. So I'm making sure that everywhere on this page is a little bit of the bricks, and of course I dry it off in between every layer. So this is actually the plant that grows onto walls. I don't know what the English name for it is, but the Dutch name is klimop. And I wanted to create something like that in my art journal. So I'm using the Forest Moss Distress Paint to stencil these plants all over my page. So part of my page is that I wanted myself to be hidden behind these things. So that is why I chose to layer it up onto her face as well. And that's also why the bricks are there. But I didn't want to cover up the face too much, but just a little bit, like she would disappear behind all of these leaves and brick walls. We would love it if you would participate in this challenge with us, and all you have to do is make your project and share that on Instagram with hashtag Take5Art. If you make a video, I would love it to receive a link from you so I can add your video to the playlist, because the best part of this challenge is that we all are doing it together, and we are just a starting off point for you to start to create your own projects. So we would love it if you would join us and post your project with hashtag Take5Art. So here I am with my cutout words or cutout letters, because I have Dutch magazines and I didn't want to add Dutch words. So I took a Flow magazine and I cut out these letters to spell out I want to hide. And that's the whole theme of this page. I immediately knew I wanted to do this because I prepared the letters beforehand, and that is also the feeling that I wanted to document, because I am not at a great place with my mental health. Some days are better than others, but some days I just feel like I want to hide from the world and I want to just, be alone and don't have any responsibilities, and because I don't feel great. So I really wanted to document that feeling that I'm having sometimes right now, and also to get it a little bit out of my system, because art journaling is for me also a tool for my mental health. It really helps me to process feelings and to process what is going on in my life. And at the moment I feel like I sometimes want to hide from everything because I feel like I can't handle it sometimes. Of course I do. I'm a fighter. I always do what I have to do, but your feeling is sometimes different from what you're actually doing. And my feeling was that I would love to hide from the world now and again. But my page looked a little bit bland with just the letters. So of course I go to my go-to thing to do, and that is adding butterflies. And this is a stamp from Kyra Studio, and I am going to stamp or I stamped out the butterflies on some white scrap paper and I cut them out. But these butterflies also have letters around them. And of course I can't cut around these letters, so that is why I'm stamping them here again on my page. So I will have the beautiful letters stamped on there, but my butterflies are white and popping off the page. Because I really like the contrast of the white butterfly with the text. And because my page is so colored and so green, I thought it would bring in some freshness and some lightness. So here you see me stick them down on my page. Of course they exactly measure up because it's the same stamp. So I really like to do this trick when I want to have more detail of my stamp, but I can't fussy cut it out. I like to add the big piece and then stamp it on my page. And also because this is an art journal, I can't properly stamp images most of the times because there's a lot of bulk under there. So this way, this is my work around that. So now I am done with sticking down my butterflies, and of course there has to be a doodly border, right? But I chose to do my doodly border with a gray Posca paint marker because the face is also gray. I also chose to do the face gray because I really wanted her to be a bit in the background, but she's still there. That's why I colored in the eyes. So you see the eyes very prominent, but her face is pretty much in the background. So I really liked that contrast and I think it captured my feeling very well. And now I'm going to add some gold splatters just because I missed something, and usually splatters finish it off for me. So that is what I did here. If you want to see more of these Take 5 videos, we are with 11 other ladies doing this challenge and they are all linked down below in the description box. I would really love it if you would go check them out. And I would also love it if you'd leave me a thumbs up if you like this video. And please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And I really hope that you enjoyed this video and got some inspiration for your own art journal pages. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time.